Hi guys, Brian here, joined once again by Pterodactyl Tom. Wah! And Ian.
The twat.
The twat. And today what we're going to be doing is running through some predictions we've made for the draft. I mean, the draft is supposed to be a big one this time round.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, but it's WWE, isn't it?
Aye, the last time round they added the wild card, which apparently they're abolishing.
Yeah.
Hopefully. That's just stupid, that.
But we do have a little stipulation. There is not going to be a punishment for the loser in this one. But our punishment for Hell in the Cell is going to be attach the limb, which is essentially just going to be we're going to have pieces of paper with different limbs wrote on, and the person who loses the predictions for Hell in a Cell will be getting each piece of paper stapled wherever that body part is. And the winner of this is going to be the one doing it.
You sick bastards.
Makes it very interesting, though, doesn't it?
Adds a little something to it, and he'll never be a part of these dangerous punishments.
No, because I've got a fucking brain.
Nah, because you're a pussy, that's why.
Nah, I've got a brain.
But the way this is going to work, we're going to have 3 picks, and for each brand we'll choose who's staying on that brand, just between Raw and SmackDown. So who's staying on that brand, who's moving from one of the brands to the other, and for each brand, who's getting called from NXT. So with that being said, we are going to start with Raw. For Raw,
Who wants to go first?
So this is staying on Raw then.
Yeah.
we'll start with Tom. Who have you got staying on Raw?
I got Seth Rollins, Alexa Bliss, and Ricochet.
Fair enough.
Do you need to add an explanation for that? Seth Rollins is Monday Night Rollins. Like, he will never leave Raw, in my opinion. Alexa Bliss because I've not really got a reasoning for that.
Fair enough. You don't have to have a reason.
And Ricochet, I reckon he's gonna be United States champion at some point. I reckon they're gonna keep the secondary titles on each show.
Fair enough. Ian, who have you got here?
Well, Seth Rollins as well. Same reason as Thomas.
Fair enough.
Second is Sasha Banks.
Mhm.
They just need to keep some good women on that roster.
Fair enough.
And finally, Becky Lynch for the exact same reason. Because if you lose either of them two, that roster's dead.
Fair enough. For me, I'm taking Cedric Alexander. I feel like they're going to have a lot more character improvement with him on Raw. I feel like it might get lost in the shuffle if they move him to SmackDown, because SmackDown is full of high flyers. Naomi, just because, well, I don't know. And Samoa Joe, I feel like he's actually going to get to be a top guy after the split. I think they're actually going to do something
It's
with
about
him.
time.
They have to do something with him.
So now we're moving on to moving from SmackDown to Raw. Who have you got, Ian?
First, we've got Kairi Sane. They fucked up with her.
The Kabuki Warriors.
Yeah, they need to break her up. One of them needs to go to Raw, one needs to stay on SmackDown.
Aye.
That's my reason. Second, I've got Dolph Ziggler. He's a Raw Tag Team Champion.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
It's just self-explanatory. And then finally, I've got Shinsuke Nakamura.
Title change up.
Yeah, I think so.
So he wants to keep the mid-card titles where they are, you want to move them.
Yeah.
So Thomas, who have you got here?
I've got Bayley because I think she's going to drop the title and then become Sasha's little, bitch. Finn Balor because it just makes sense with the Fiend being on Raw, and hopefully, well, more than likely the Fiend's going to get the Universal title and then set up for the Fiend versus the Demon. And Chad Gable, just because Chad Gable.
Fair enough.
No real reason.
For me, I've got Bayley for something that I'll talk about a little bit later. I've got Buddy Murphy and Carmella because the Raw Women's Division does need beefing up.
Gonna move her away from my boyfriend.
Who's to say Truth can't go where? I might know of
I said boyfriend, not her friend.
Oh, your boyfriend. Her boyfriend is
Corey
Graves.
Corey Graves.
Yes, splitting up Corey and I don't
Carmella's
think
a good idea, yes.
I don't think WWE want to keep them together considering everything that's happened. Allegedly. Allegedly. So this next part is moving from NXT to Raw. We would have done a NXT one, but they're not actually doing it, are they?
They were supposed to. There was rumours that they were doing it.
But they just haven't.
But
Unless they surprise us on Wednesday.
yeah, you never know.
But moving from NXT to Raw, I have Bianca Belair. I just feel like she's ready for it.
Yeah, she is.
And I also have Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan.
2-1. They're called it. Is it something like that? I think.
I just think like they've been on NXT for so long.
Yeah, they have been.
It's time.
Nah,
It's really time.
They need a new tag team to make like the tag team division fresh as well. Go on, Thomas, did you have?
right. I've got Velveteen Dream because they've just had them drop the North American Championship, and like there's so many big names on NXT right now that can go for the NXT Championship.
And truth be told, Dream does look like he's ready for it.
Yeah.
Definitely. I've also got Keith Lee because it doesn't look like they're doing anything with him. No. Yes, he's got that little rivalry thing with Dominic Dijakovic, but I reckon he's ready for like Raw, and a really risky one with Toni Storm because it would make sense. She just dropped the UK Women's Championship to Kaylee Ray Hinchy. And like she is one of the best female wrestlers that they've got on in the whole company. So
That is a risky one, mainly because they don't tend to move them from NXT UK straight to like Raw SmackDown. But it'd be interesting if they
Yeah,
did.
would be different.
And yours, Ian?
Well, I've got Io Shirai. What reason do you need?
It's Io Shirai.
Io is so good.
What reason do you need? Then I've got Mia Yim.
Yim's a very, very risky
Yeah, I know
one.
it is, but you got to take a risk sometimes in life.
I've got 20 Storm.
Yeah, and if you like, they just need to like add something to the Raw Women's division.
But
Make it feel fresh again.
with Mia Yim, for me, I don't feel like they've done enough development with her yet. I still feel like there needs to be a bit more character development and shit with her.
Nah,
Then again, you can say that about Lacey Evans since she got called up.
Aye, but she's blonde with tits.
one with big tits, Brian.
Mia Yim's got tits.
Aye, but she's not blonde.
She got black
Vin-
hair because she's a heel.
Vince loves blondes, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's true.
Brian, if you were in wrestling, you'd be a heel because you got black hair.
And finally, someone Tom had in Velveteen Dream. Because Raw's 3 hours is a long 3 hours is not wrong. And they need entertainment. And he is entertaining as fuck.
So next, we're moving on to SmackDown, and we are going to start off with who is going to stay on SmackDown. So Thomas, who have you got here?
I've got Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. They've just had Luke Harper come back, and I think they'll want them two as a tag team again. That's my reasoning. And Carmella, just Mella's money.
Fair enough. Ian?
Got Alyssa Black. Like Bon Opera reason.
Fair enough.
No,
Don't need a
there-
reason.
there is-
Alistair Black isn't moving from Raw, from SmackDown to Raw, and he had to stay on SmackDown because he's in that little room.
Yeah, to be
Yeah,
honest,
he's
it's just
just
like
staying in his
just
little
go
cupboard.
knock any store and have him a fight. Then I've got 2 that I think are gonna happen. If not, then WWE is stupid. I've got Roman Reigns staying on SmackDown because he's the big guy in the company. He's the main focus
He's a
of the
big
company.
dog, isn't he? And
He's
this
the
is his
face of
job.
the company. They want to make SmackDown bigger. He needs to stay there. And then I got Charlotte Flair for the same reason. Best female wrestler in the company.
So for me, I'm taking Shinsuke Nakamura to start us. I just think it's right having Shinsuke staying.
See what he can do with the Intercontinental title.
Next up, I've got Charlotte to stay. This goes back to what I was on about slightly. I've still got a bit more to go into it, but I feel like Bayley's got to drop the title to Charlotte, and then Bayley's got to move.
Could do.
Finally, I've got Chad Gable to stay. I know, like, you want him to move. Like, there's the whole Baron Corbin thing, but I feel like Chad Gable's alright where he is. So, Ian, who have you got from Raw?
I got Samoa Joe
Mm-hmm.
because Samoa Joe.
Fair enough.
If he stays on Raw, he needs pushed. If he moves to SmackDown, it's a fresh start, can push him straight away. Then I've got the big Scottish psychopath.
Drew McIntyre. Drew.
I think if they are moving Lesnar over to SmackDown, they need someone who's a physical challenge, who you can believe can beat him. And I think that's Drew McIntyre. And finally, a change to AJ Styles.
AJ Styles. Fair enough, fair enough.
What's the change?
No, but if you want Roman Reigns on SmackDown, right, that's his yard, and you can't really have AJ Styles moving back to SmackDown because that's the house that AJ Styles built.
Yeah,
He comes back to reclaim his house. You can build a storyline after that. If you got moving.
Right, the first two are going after something Ian said with Dolph Ziggler. If Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder move to SmackDown because they are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and it just makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
And the other one is the most obvious one. It's the Miz. Because
Miz.
he moves every single draft.
So for me, again, going back to the Bailey situation, I'm taking Sasha Banks on this. Like I say, I feel like Bailey will drop the title to Charlotte. We'll see Bailey move to Raw. We'll see Sasha move to SmackDown, and we'll get those title shots. That's just my thought there. I've went along with you. AJ Styles to move. He's just really good, isn't he?
Yeah. He's going to have to drop the title though if you...
Aye, he will. He'll need to drop the title to somebody else. Cedric Alexander's my pick.
Yeah.
Cedric Alexander really could use the boost.
No, but you can't really break up the club, can you?
Who says that I'm breaking up the club? I can't, just because I can't include them on this doesn't mean I don't hope they move well.
To go off people who could beat him for the title, like Alexander or Ricochet at the moment.
And my final pick goes along with what Thomas said. It's the obvious pick. It's The Miz, who has moved every single draft. So finally, the final three, we are moving from NXT to SmackDown. Who wants to go first?
We'll let you go first.
You go first, then as you know what first yet.
Well, for me, I'm going with something he's both picked for Raw. I'm going with the Velveteen Dream. I just feel like he's more suited on SmackDown, and he could really elevate.
No, I reckon pull him and I'll do better with his character.
I've got a risky one here. Well, my next two are risky. Dominic Dijakovic.
Yeah.
I just feel like he's one of Vince's perfect guys. He's big, he's
Strong.
mean, strong,
Athletic.
but at the same
Fuck
time,
as well.
he's got he can do flips. He can.
That Canadian destroyer done against Keith Lee was
Exactly.
that's perfect.
He's fucking brilliant. I know he's not really been on NXT for too long.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's just brilliant.
You've had it before though, haven't you? Where like they haven't been on NXT for that long and they get moved.
Like Ricochet.
Yeah, he was on it there for a year. If that.
And my final one, Tainara Conti. A very, very impressive female wrestler.
I've
Done on NXT.
loved her like since I seen her first match.
Come on, Thomas, you go next.
Right. So I've got a very risky one with Shayna Baszler. She would be fitted with Raw, but with the new like SmackDown deal, they want my fighting superstars, don't know. Johnny Gargano, which is another really risky one after he said that, you know, it wants to stay on NXT. And the most risky one is Tommaso Ciampa. I'm saying he's not coming back to NXT. I'm saying as soon as he recovers from his injury, that's when he'll show up on SmackDown.
Go on, Ian.
Right, first, got Bianca Belair. Apart from Charlotte and Bailey, who else did they really push?
And let's be honest,
Like, they pushed Bailey for a bit. Not Bailey. Ember Moon for a bit. Chop.
did they?
Yeah. They
No,
gave her a
no,
title shot.
They gave her a title shot. They used that title shot to bury her.
Yeah.
They used before that title shot to bury her as well.
They've got
Oh,
Kairi
shit.
Sane and Asuka as well. Two brilliant individual wrestlers. Oh no, we'll stick them in a tag team. And
title shot at a dark match and a title shot on TV, which
And they got the
And let's be honest, NXT currently has the strongest women's
It does.
division.
it really does.
it does. Second is my risky one, Damian Priest.
Risky.
It is risky.
It's a bit too soon.
Yeah. And then finally, got Dominic Dijakovic. Be a good fit, won't he? Can do everything.
Yeah, he's so fucking good.
Fox want that athletic, physical.
Big man.
Basically, he is everything that they want.
He's everything they want in one superstar.
And there you go. There's our little predictions.
I've got one question though. What if we completely fuck up and none of us get any right?
If we completely fuck up and nobody gets anything right, then we all take a staple.
We'll do our
Because we all deserve to take a fucking staple if we've not guessed a single person.
You never know with WWE, they could fuck you right over.
So basically, if we get it right, each of us is taking a fucking staple to the arm.
Because yes, we do deserve it.
Because we're
Yeah,
supposed to
we
be
deserve it.
wrestling fans. If we get any of this right, then we're just fucked.
I'm swapping AJ Styles for Brock Lesnar.
There's our predictions. Anything you just want to say?
What?
You best not fuck us over, Vince.
He doesn't want to take any staples. Look at the little face. He doesn't want any of the staples.
I've got great on and done.
Oh, Bill Ian.
Bye, thanks for joining us, and we hope you like this video. If you have got any predictions for the draft, why not leave them in the comments below. And I will see you in the next one.
Like us on Instagram.